Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. All right. There we go. Check, 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 check. Let's try this. Check, 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 check. All right. There we go. Check, 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 check. Let's try. Jesus Christ. All right. I think I can make this work. I don't even know. All right. If anybody's watching this, DM me right now. A track. Facebook is fucked. I don't even know. All right. If anybody's watching this, DM me right now. A track. Facebook is fucked. I don't even know. All right. If anybody's watching this, DM me right now. Okay. This is fun. Okay. I'm still gonna try to get this done though. All right, we got. What time is it? Anybody who is in the Defier Society Gold member group, Gold and Platinum, that is watching this stream, send in a track. This is so hard to do. Oh. Fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna do my best. It sucks, man. Okay, good. We're gonna make this happen. I will not lose. So just DM me the regular way. DM me on Facebook. There we go. All right. We're gonna make this work. Vincent, you want me to feedback you, bro? All right, I can. I mean, you're okay. All right, man. I can do that. You know what? Fuck it. That's gonna be fun. Oh, final master. All right. I got to put my big boy shoes on. Because you're not a student. There was an earthquake in San Diego? Fuck. Does that mean LA? Oh my God. What the heck? The world is coming down on me tonight. Oh my God. think what you could have done, Vincent, is you could have spread out the mid bass just to make room for the vocal, because it seems like they're clashing a little bit. It's hard for me to really understand what she's saying. I really want her vocals like to be more front and center, man, and that would involve taking stuff out of the way that's overlapping her, because she's up middle, up mono. I wouldn't have had her vocal initially in the drop, dude. I would have just had those clean stabs. The second half of the drop, you can introduce her. I just really want to hear a clean drop initially. It starts off just too busy for me. Like, I swear to God, if you muted out her vocals here and played the build again, I feel like you would like the drop better. Her vocals are getting eaten up right now. Just what I mean, I know this is not pop, obviously, but like, I would listen to some pop songs and listen to how up front and on top everything else the vocal is. You want her to be front and center, like I said. She just feels too far back in the mix, almost behind the mid bass. I'm only saying this because I really like this type of music where they have big ass plucks and it's at like a 110, 112 BPM. And it's like, damn it, I just want you to mute those out. Or have her play like on a turnaround or like every now and then, but not the whole time. Or you could have her play now in the second drop, but the first drop, I would have not had her play that first part. This turnaround right here would be nice. Just, you know. Okay. I would have tried like layering some FM over top of the plucks, man. If you're gonna take out the vocal in my head, now you have some room for that mid-high range to have some fun. You're the king of layering, man. You could go nuts with that. Bro. All right. Justin, you were going to get your trance feedback. I had you in mind the whole time. Like, damn it, I told him he was going to get some feedback tonight by an Armada signed artist. Whatever, I'm a house head. Let's go. Actually, trance was the first music I ever liked. I still, like to this day, I listen to ASOT. and Above and Beyond's mix show. Sorry, hold on. Now listen to how weak your plucks are in comparison to the Electriques. I know your mix is also very low. I wish you'd given me a mix down that at least I don't think it's hitting on 0. I need this punch. I need this. It's almost like I don't know what Electric did. He might have layered a kick, a tom, whatever. I need this punch. I'm missing it. I hate how the snare is slamming. It's hitting, like you moved it off the kick. I bet you moved it off the kick so you could hear the snare more. But by doing so, it just sounds messy. It sounds like the kick hits and then the snare. You can't have that. You can't have your cake and eat it too, bro. I know you want that snare to punch through, but you move it too much off the kick, then you hear the snare, but then it's you know what I'm saying? It's not hitting when the kick should hit and be a solid 2 and 4. You know who's really, really good at kick snare patterns, or at least layering the snare with a kick? Audion. Audion. You're a trance head. I know you know Audion. Listen to I don't know exact songs. Oh, Pompeii. Listen to Pompeii by Audion. Just really analyze his 2 and 4 and how he layers the snares with his kicks. It's fucking beautiful. Oftentimes it's just sample choice. I bet she'll tell you the same thing. Instead of like spending hours and hours EQing and compressing and shit, it's really just kind of almost mixing and matching. I mean, you'll probably have a kick already picked out, but then you just go through snares and see which one sits well. Obviously, you can switch the phase of the snare. You can EQ it better, but many times it's just a sample. I would love some high end, some like downshifters and upshifters. Like earlier on, you know what I'm saying? Like, or something that's like kind of like still has the energy in the high end. It just feels like a very muffled section with no bass and no high end. And it's tough to do that, even with trance breaks. I would think about cutting out 8 bars this, man. I know you want to have that epic hands in the air break that Armin loves to do. I just don't know, man. I don't know. Nothing really kind of evolves from here. Like it's a slow build, like too slow. Now, it's good, man. I like it. At least melodically. I would love a vocal, bro. This is begging for a vocal. I mean, almost like a must for me. But that snare again, man. Got to stop that with that flaming. I don't even know if I would have the kick snare you already have in the drop. I mean, I know you're using a different snare, but you're still doing the wrong move. The kick, almost the snare feel almost has more punch than the kick, man. I don't like the kick sample or either you keep the kick and you do like a light clap over the top, like Sonny Lax would do, or you get a punchier kick to match the punchiness of the snare. Now, Justin, very important question, man. I've listened to Trance for a very long time, and in order to come out with Trance in 2020 that Armin van Buuren is going to play out, it has to be different. It has to be fresh in some way. You know this. This is just an ARP. It's an ARP with some vocal, some choir, right? That's not gonna stand up. That's not gonna hold weight in 2020. It's emotional. I like it, but it's not like forward thinking, man. Trance is already on the tail end anyways. Like help the genre, push the genre forward. Save us, bro. I like your outro, actually. So your outro has more room. He's just so busy in the drop. Right? You got like this ARP that's going hella fast with some delay and reverb on it. Too messy, man. I can groove to this. Let's just find a balance between this outro and the drop as far as busyness goes. I wouldn't have had so much delay on those plucks, man. It really causes a lot of just a lot of hits over on top of each other. That helps, man. It's just, you know, coming from a trance head, I know that you need to do way more creatively to get anywhere in your career, really. You know, like that. Not to hurt your feelings, but that sounds like it could have been made in 2003. Honestly, bro. Okay, Kyle.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge. Broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge. May God be with you all.
I was not expecting this bass drop. I would have filtered in the bass, man. Either filter in the bass or the first 2 bars or 1 bar. Everyone's doing this, but it works. If they're not gonna have any idea that the bass is coming, have just the bass for the first bar with no beats, or 2 bars, right?
May God be with you all.
And then drop the kick. Sorry, I just yelled into my mic. My bad. That's what people live for in rhythm land, right?
May God be with you all.
It's less music and it's more just noises, bro. I don't know how to. I'm trying to figure out how I can explain this better. Like this is not musical. It's this part. It hurt. It maybe because none of the sounds really have a tonality to it. Like maybe the power tool sound does, but it's a really high note. So nothing really. I know with bass music, it's not very musical to begin with, meaning it doesn't play a lot of exquisite note combinations. But like, I would like you to have more tonality, so that if you put a tuner over one of your notes or one of your basses, like it'll register, right? You could look at the spectrum and be like, oh, that's an F. I don't think the pattern is catchy either. That's what's fucking me up too. It's I know you're repeating it, but it still sounds random. Like I don't think you need to go that complex with all this stuff going on.
May God be with you all.
I think you could repeat this part and kind of run with that some more.
May God be with you all.
Yeah, there's some potential at the end, but it was too busy on the beginning of the drop. Kyle, you're a student, bro. Watch Odd Prophet's everything Odd Prophet puts out. He's actually going to put out a track from scratch just with Phase Plant coming out next week. But he has some great videos. If you haven't watched him into Fire Learning, he is really, really good at this, at getting the groove. His FM basses tend to have tonality, so you can get a pitch out of it. It has some swing, and it doesn't go too random. It's not too random. He repeats patterns, and they're danceable. He actually has a video on flow and then 2 more in phase plant and then another one on bass design. I highly recommend you watch everything that Odd Prophet comes out with, and he's going to keep coming out with more and more content for us because the guy he should be blowing up. Corona fucked up his tour schedule, but he should be blowing up right now. All right, I hope that helps, man. Mika.
This shit feels so effortless. When we're together, it's like I'm floating. Your presence
and also see what he has to say in the feedback streams.
So calming. It blows my mind that you and I could have never met. And I would never get this pleasure. You're heaven sent, my treasure.
Miko, you are quite the multifaceted producer, man. I never know what you're gonna come out with. Mid-tempo, house music, dubstep. Now we got R&B.
All the elements alive.
You're like a Felmax Jr.
And I rise beyond cloud nine. Brand new high. I've never felt so light and I'm so glad that you exist. I adore you, and can't imagine life before you. Crazy that the universe will put me through the worst, then throw my life into reverse and lead you to.
Bro, the beat is somewhat basic. The synths are basic. You're leaning so heavily on the vocal for this song to do well. Can't do that, man. There's nothing about this production that's like really fresh.
So new to me, and I just wanna be immersed.
I mean, the keys kind of slow down the chorus. I think we're in the chorus now.
So new to me, and I just wanna be.
I get it's R&B, bro, but still, like, you got to be on par with like the FK Twigs or something. I forget all the names. Graves. I saw Graves live. Listen to Graves. Is it Graves?
Be immersed. Cue the fireworks. I'll never come back down to earth. It's better in the sky. So I rise beyond cloud nine. Brand new high. I've never felt so light and I'm so glad that you exist. I adore you, and can't imagine life before you.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, this is an interesting sounding patch or whatever you got here. It's different. I think you're gonna have more of a hook though. You know, I hear like da-na-na, 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 da-da-da, da-na-na, da-na-na. It's okay. You know, the kids goes up and down, and like I just feel like you could make that hook more compact and just repeat it some more. genre, man, you gotta be like, you gotta listen to some people that are killing it in it right now. Okay, that beat is just not fresh. You gotta listen to what's going on with your contemporaries.
Trust you, we can do it with a song. When I trust you, we can do it with a song. When I trust you, we can do it with a song.
It's hella different.
And you flow through my veins. Do you still think I'm beautiful when my tears fall like rain? My love.
We get out, we touch the sky.
I mean, you got to. Like, I don't care if that's more trappy than what you're making. Oh yeah, that song blew up. All right, my point being, man, I don't want to waste people's time. Is your beat is old. It's dated. Okay, it's not. There's nothing fresh about it. And like I said, you can't rely on the vocal to make that song good. It has to have a sick beat. Like, I don't know how else to put it to you. But listen to FKA Twigs and whoever's like similar in her genre, because whoever their producers are, they're there because of their producers. Okay, singers are a dime a dozen these days. I don't care what you say. The producer has everything to do with their success. And you're the producer. Get it? Okay. Drop would be heavier if the break wasn't so heavy. He's got these full mean basses. I like them. But when you bring the drop in, it's like, oh, well, I've already heard those mean basses. So where's the drop? The drop. This would have so much more impact if your break was just a little more low key. My only qualm is that the lead is really far set back in the mix. And I don't know, it sounds like you put a lot of reverb on it. It could use maybe a higher octave layer, but I like the interplay you have going. I still think it's set back in the mix in the beginning though, bro. This would be a cool drop, man. You know? Like more, I don't know, bro. Like, I would have liked more music and not have these big synths that you're going to bring in the drop again. Step back in the mix for me, man. I love this synth. This is right in my face, man. Come on. You should have shit set back in the breaks. Sorry, I'm a fan of this synth the most. You could, man. I just feel like you need like a more of a lead layer on here. It's set back and doesn't have a lot of upper harmonics that I want really badly. See, like this is the type of like high mid harmonics I want right here. I want to hear that played more. I've been editing all day long. Odd Profits start track from scratch. It's like 4 hours long. So I've been listening to this type of music all day. So maybe I'm Odd Profit biased, but you know, he's a pretty dope producer. So I would like to hear synths more FM'd to have more upper harmonics and a little less reverb. If it sounds like you're putting a little more than I would prefer. Okay. Yonkers. It's super resonant here. Might sound really bad in a club. At the fundamental frequency around here. Be careful.
I wanna be alive. I wanna be alive. I wanna be alive with you. I wanna be alive. I wanna be alive. I wanna be alive with you. Be alive. I wanna be alive with you.
I would have had the bass more low passed. So because it's eating up her vocals are getting eaten up by everything else. You have this lead that's playing in the same range as the vocal. And then you have the mid bass is all also spilling into that frequency range, man.
I wanna be alive. I wanna be alive with you.
Normally, make your life easier as a mixing engineer and producers. Everything should be in a separate octave ranges, right? Like have the bass in that octave range, but don't don't let the frequencies on the high end kind of shine through and get in the way of the vocal. With the pluck sounds like it's the same octave range as the vocal. A lot of it. Sometimes the pluck goes in the upper octave, but a lot of the time it's in the same vocal range, the same range as vocal. Okay, so you're going for the hardstyle kick, but and I know you're trying to sound different than the regular hardstyle kick, right? I can hear you. You're trying, man. But it just sounds like it's distorted in a frequency. It doesn't sound pleasing. You know, like in a range, it's like, I don't know, 600, 700, possibly. It just doesn't sound good. Whatever distortion or whatever you're crushing up against. Bad choice for this part, especially. It's a trappy, subby kick. You have a breakbeat section. I really want a breakbeat type kick. Super resonant here in the fundamental frequency. I know I said that, but I gotta keep saying it because it's just, if you look on your frequency spectrum, you see such a high peak that's like hitting your zero. It's like not a snap, not a clap. It's like neither. It's just like too weak for me to take seriously. Even if it's a break, man. I would have liked something with a tail on it and a more. It just feels like a blip. It sounds like you took a clap and you just high passed it way too hard. I think for such a high energy drop, like this is hardstyle / hard dance, you can't have this break with like such a low amount of energy, bro. Right? Like if I could think of the most energetic music, it's hardstyle and hard dance, right? So like you can't go from a 10 to a 0 essentially, and then kind of maybe out of 3 or 4 here. And like expect your crowd, who's probably like ape shit until now, to just be like, hold up a lighter and just, you know, to sway side to side. I don't think so, dude. way too muffled. You need to process them better and bring out some high mids, man. That vocal range, 3K around that area. Don't just make a boost. But it just sounds like there's like a low pass on her. It's weird. The mid-range is just so muddy with her vocal, the lead, and the bass shuffling, man. It's too much. What the helps, dude? Until you release your album and you're gonna have an extended mix, have a DJ intro with house music, bro. Your one goal right now should be getting your tracks out and DJs playing them. This intro is not playable. DJs are gonna have to edit this out, and they're gonna be annoyed that they have to do that, and it's gonna give you less of a chance of getting your stuff played. That, man, it just is. Have a DJ-friendly intro. Some sort of fucking thing on the quarter note, preferably just a kick, or a filter kick. Way too many mids. You have the guitars. Now I'll just make some bad joke. All right, you have the guitars. You have those keys. I think it's the same keys, but in a lower octave. So it's. Then you have the sustained Rhodes. So you got three things that are heavily in that muddy frequency. You can't be stacking shit up in that. That's like the one part you shouldn't be stacking shit up in. Same here, bro. That guitar that's playing a low note still has a lot of shit going on around 150, 200. And beyond, like 300. So that is the muddy frequency. You have to fucking treat that frequency so special. If this is your drop, it should not be. Okay, there was no semblance of a build. Literally just copy the arrangements of your favorite tracks right now. You can do your whole career if you want to, but copy the arrangement of your favorite house tracks now. Fucking literally copy the arrangements of Avicii's songs, rest in peace, before he passed, of his dope ass folk house he was making. That brings me back to my next point, which is, okay, this is just like a kind of try to sound like Avicii, kind of. Like, I don't really hear anything that's original. All right, I didn't mean that you're copying him. I'm just saying that, like, Okay, you have these roads, and you have this guitar, but so what? I don't like how the hats are hitting on the 8th note. Just have an off ride, dude. Just get some tech house cymbal loop. All right, it sounds like you're starting out in your career, so that's totally fine. You can use loops for whatever. Just cut them up and make them unique. So, I mean, I see fucking Jaws will use whole loops, so it doesn't fucking matter. But I want to hear like a open hat, kick snare, or kick hat, not hat, and it's like a trap hat too, almost. And this is playing some random passage of notes. It needs to be hooky. All right, the chorus has to have a hook. That's not a very complex melody, especially for electronic music. It just sounds like a guy's playing keys and he's like freestyling right now. Like, no. All right, I got one more. If I haven't gotten anybody, let me know. Pretty sure I got to everybody, but I'm looking at the chat. Again, bro. I knew you made this 2 months ago, but too many kicks. I said this about your song yesterday. All these ARPs, it sounds like they have a delay on it, and you have the vocal. It gets too messy. I would have had this ARP play, but then have the vocal play when the ARP isn't. Or call and response instead of just two people talking at the same time. This would ride, man, if you could just stop using so many kicks. I like the sample. It's begging for a vocal though, bro. There's not really any hook here. It's a lot of reverse pianos going on. I hear a pattern. It's nothing really hooky. It'd be a dope song for a rapper to spit over right now. Stop having that vocal chop and just had these ARPs play, but a little lower in the mix, and you had a vocalist over the top. This would be a really good song. stop using so many damn kicks. For the 8th time. All right, I'm done. Have a good weekend. Sorry Facebook couldn't work, but we still got it done. Pretty sure Facebook will be okay tomorrow. But what the fuck do I know? I don't even know what's going on in the world right now. Anyways, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you soon. Peace.